Azusa City Council last night. They got to meet the mayor, and that was a great time for them. Our head coach is TJ Hardiman, and he has, some say, a real job in that he is an honors teacher at Troy High School. So he comes in the afternoon, and I know he's sorry that he can't be here, but I've known TJ for 45 years. A son of a missionary who I knew quite well, and then he happened to go to a school that I know a little about and played basketball at Westmont. Then his sons and brothers and everybody played basketball, and for some reason I competed against him, and when he turned up after a successful career at the high school level and then some college, he was certainly one that I wanted to come and coach our young ladies, and I'm obviously very proud of what he's accomplished over these years. Just to give you a little bit of perspective of what these young ladies did, first of all, they're the Golden State Athletic Conference champions. They were 18-2 on the year, and then they went on to have a record of 33-5, and obviously win the national championship. To win a national championship at the NAIA level is probably the toughest championship at any level for both men and women, in the fact that there's 32 teams and you play 5 games in 6 days. And these young ladies did that. Their only day off was Sunday, and they went through, they beat Belhaven. Is Scott Kennis here? They beat Belhaven. Lindsey Wilson, Lubbock Christian, Freed Hardiman of Tennessee, and then the 2-time national champions, Union, who were playing on their home court. And hopefully you're able to, at some point, watch the television recount of that and see just how they were fantastic. They just, these young ladies just persevered and did all the things that a coach would want a team to do. So I'm going to introduce them and just ask them if they're here, just to raise their hand, and I have to put on my glasses. Brianna Hall. Morgan Ellis. Terry Higginbottom. Kristie Hala'ufia. Whitley Brown. Kara Bomer. Alex Moore Porter. Alex is a 3-time All-American. Callie Jackson. Jessica Rayburn. Sherry Hughes. CJ Hill. Michelle Bird. Hannah Kinney. Jasmine Reed. Annie Fredrickson. Amber Williams. And our second All-American, who is she? Ebony Sadler. Now, to share a little bit about their experience, I'm going to ask Hannah and then assistant coach Tim Beauregard to come forward, and then I think Kristie's going to finish it up. So thank you for the encouragement that you give these young ladies, and they did a great job. Thank you.
Good morning. I feel so blessed to be a part of such an amazing team, as you can see, and some people are missing. But my friends and I joked that as a freshman I should just retire now. I mean, come on. But then a teammate reminded me that there's still 3 rings to be won, and that was a great reminder. And as a team, we set great goals early in the season, and our ultimate goal was to do this and win the national championship, and that's what we did. And to reach that goal, we spent over 200 hours in that gym over there that reads God First, practicing for this. And just We have so many memories, like traveling together, eating together, playing dodgeball together, enduring Eric's workouts together, playing gigolo together, shooting for who would wear the pennies together, crying together, praying together, laughing at people tipping over in kayaks together, winning a national championship together, and so many other things together. As a team, what a beautiful display of the body of Christ. We all have different gifts and abilities, but we're all just have the same goal in mind. And each of us plays a role in this team, and it wouldn't be the same without one of those roles missing. We are a team together. And all this to say that the process of this year is just as important as the product of this year. It's essential to recognize and give God all the glory for every single part of this season and every single part of our lives. We have memories that will last a lifetime, and my prayer is that in the future we will praise Him in the process and the product in every season that we're in. Thank you.
3 more years for on and off the court stuff. She's just an amazing part of this team. I love that together word that's used a lot, and this is definitely a word that we share together. Going back and talking about Coach Hardiman a little bit, his vision this year was something that was amazing. I'm the kind of coach who's a little bit more intense and kind of have that energy, and many times at the beginning of the year it was calm down, it's a long year. And so I just trusted his vision, and I think this team did as well. He was the NAIA Coach of the Year, so that was an incredible accolade for him, and I want to recognize him. And that's after not winning the league Coach of the Year for our league, and so we were a little bit trying to figure that out for a long time, and then at the end of the year, we accepted the other one, so we'll take that. He knew this team, and he knew what we could do, what we were capable of, and he steered us in the right direction. And I think that as a coach, that's really your ultimate goal, is to put your team in the best situation, the best area, facing in the right direction, so that it's conducive to them being successful, and that's what he did a phenomenal job of. Some more records that we hold on the year, because I'm a stats guy and records are awesome, and so Joe pulled these up for me. 17-game winning streak tied the program record. 15 straight GSAC games we won, and that was a school record. We set the school record for points in a season, field goals made in a season, rebounds in a season, and then ultimately set the record of 33 games won in a season. So that was just an amazing thing. I have a little theory that I call perfect preparation, and it started many, many years ago, and it started just very simply and real funny. I was at PF Chang's and I got my fortune cookie, and it said, as long as you're facing in the right direction, all you have to do is move forward. It was an epiphany to me. I absolutely loved it. I still carry that, I'm pretty sure, in my wallet. Obviously, over the years, I had to expand on that to make it an actual theory. And I kind of did so as far as long as you're facing the right direction, all you have to do is move forward. Well, how do you know you're moving forward? You put a goal that is innately a good goal, mind, body, and soul in front of you, and you walk towards that goal. And when you can do that, you have to accept all the ups and downs on that path as perfect preparation, because God placed them there to make you the person that you're supposed to be. So all the downs and all the ups were perfectly placed there. And so it gives you a better perspective as far as when you're going through struggles to continue to push forward, because you know you're moving in the right direction, you're on the right path. So therefore, God is placing every single thing there for you, every speed bump, all the goods, all the downs. And I think the amazing thing that this team did is we put some goals out there in front of us. And some smaller goals to just compete hard every day in practice, and some larger goals to win the national championship. The amazing thing, and I think as a coach, what you try to continue to instill into your team is, hey, it's okay. The ups and the downs are all perfect. And so we went through some ups and downs, and we tried to continue to remember that we don't have to see eye to eye to walk hand in hand. And I think these girls did an unbelievable job of that. Their character, their resiliency throughout the year was something that I enjoyed watching. And the analogy that I use a lot is I was sitting first class, I had my feet kicked up, they were bringing me dinner, and they were also flying the plane. And it was just an amazing ride to be a part of, and I appreciate these girls. More than words can explain how amazing this year was. I'm so proud and honored to be able to have gotten to know them and coach them. I'm going to bring up somebody who I believe encompasses APU, APU athletics and APU and the community at APU. Such an unbelievable person who made this year so much better for every single person that's on this team, and truly one of the greatest girls I've ever coached, Kristie Hala'ufia.
Thank you. You have to excuse me, I'm fighting back a cold. I definitely couldn't memorize everything I wanted to say about these girls and about our whole trip through Jackson, so I had to write it down. I'm sure my comm professors are proud of me for writing my entire speech down. But, sorry, Dr. Bogus. This year has been a special year. I've been blessed to be a part of an amazing group of girls that I can call my sisters. This whole year, we have been striving to reach a common goal that most teams have as well, but for us it was real. We lived it. Through the blood, sweat, and tears, we worked hard day in and day out, being encouraged and pushed by coaches throughout this time. The first night we stepped off the buses in Jackson, Tennessee, I had a different feeling, like everything was already set. In the back of my mind, I knew God was watching our every move, knowing exactly what would take place within the next few days. Each day there, I would look at my teammates and wish I could pause and stay just a little bit longer in those moments of inside jokes, loud laughter, ear-to-ear smiles, and embraced hugs. Every morning on game day, I would go around to my teammates and give them high fives, thinking that today could possibly be our last day as a team. Before every game, we reminded ourselves that if we wanted to be together as a team for as long as we could, then we would have to fight for it. Every game was a battle to the end. We wanted that fifth game, and we wanted it bad. Monday morning before our semifinal game, we went on a walk through the park, and Coach TJ Hardiman spoke to us about how God knows everything we will be doing in 10 years, and that God has big plans for each one of us girls. Basketball was only a small part of that plan. As a senior, that spoke volumes to me. If God has plans for me that are twice as amazing as my time with my teammates, I'm excited for that. I knew I was here for a reason, and it's all part of God's plan for me. I love basketball, but the relationships that I have with my teammates are more satisfying than any point scored or rebound grabbed. After that, we got our rest, played our hearts out for that semifinal game, and when we did our usual half-court gathering as a team after the game, we all looked at each other and said, "One more game." The next day felt just as good as the last. We had more passion and desire for that championship game than anyone could ever imagine. We fought tooth and nail in that game, and in the last 2 minutes during a timeout, all of us hovered around Coach. We all looked at him bright-eyed, and we had the most serious looks on our faces. He looks at us, smiles big, and says, "Hey, relax, we're gonna win this game." With that comment, everyone took a breath of comfort in knowing that we could do this. And when that final buzzer hit, the dream that we had all year had become reality. Basketball to me has been an awesome road, but the people with me along for the ride have each been a blessing in my life, and I hold a special place in my heart for each and every one of them. We are thankful to have brought a national championship back to our school, city, and community, and thank God for the opportunity of being a part of such a successful women's collegiate sport. But for me, these past years haven't just been about the wins. They have been about building relationships with my fellow sisters through Christ. And a national championship was just the icing on the cake. Thank you.